Good evening guys, as promised today we're going to look at these. This is a system that we use for sorting out our roaches from adults down to various size nymphs. And essentially what we have here is 3 toe pins and a little small red bucket, but I'll explain that in a moment. I'm just going to put this here. Each of these toe pins has varying degree size holes drilled in them, and what this does is filters out your roaches. So if I go down to the next one, again, smaller again. We're just going to be using 2 for the moment. In the bottom one obviously there's no holes because that's where the smallest nymphs, the couple of day old nymphs drop down into. So we're just going to use 2 for today's video. So I'm going to put one over here out the way. Okay, what we're going to do today is we are going to take this breeder box. We want to clean it and set it up in the new format. So we need to take everything out of this breeder box. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to bring a chair over just to bring the level of this tub up. In fact, I'll bring it around so you can see it as well. There we go. What we do when we lift these roaches, this is one of the adult dubia breeding, 1500 females, 300 males, and we went through this in one of our other videos. If you remember, we showed you all the little baby nymphs and stuff. We want to take these baby nymphs out. Number 1, we want to put them into a rearing tub. Number 2, it's easier for us to be able to take them out of here en masse. It enables the adults to breed quicker, but also enables us to sell them. So we do that. And it literally is a case of just tapping them off. They don't mind it. You know, we do this maybe once every couple of weeks, and you just tap them off, and all the little baby nymphs, just check the crates, all these will get recycled. Okay, if you check in the bottom now, there's no baby nymphs, they've all dropped through. What I usually do is just tip it because there is still frass on these trays that has got stuck. Obviously these ones aren't stood up as much as the new style, which you'll see in a moment. Again, just tap them off. And any that are stuck, there we go, another thing. Just for information, all these egg cartons go into making compost and things like that, so they're not wasted. Again, look at this one, there are thousands and thousands of baby nymphs in here. You know, there are absolutely thousands of them, and there's even a bigger nymph. We'll just stick him in one of the other tubs for now. Now, as we tap these out, again, you know, there are thousands there. As we tap this out, this box is going to get fuller and fuller. But, you know, we'll just move it around until we get to the point where we no longer have to worry about it. Again, have a look at this one. If you look here, look, there are absolutely thousands and thousands of nymphs in there. But again, this was a couple of weeks since they've been done. And that's due solely to the temperatures that we keep them at, the high protein food we feed the roach chow, and all the vegetables and things like that. When we put these ones back in, we will give them some fruit. In fact, the box that we're going to put these in is already ready. In fact, it was the box that we've done one of our other videos in, and we've done that earlier on today. This doesn't really stress them out that much. No roach likes being disturbed, but I mean, they tapped into a box and that's the end of it. You know, it's not harrowing experience for them or anything like that. Okay, so you've seen enough of this for the moment. We're going to go through the rest of the box. So we're going to stop the video for the time being, and when I've got through the rest of the box, we'll take it up from there. So we've now taken out all the roaches. As you can see in this box here, we've got all the adults. So there's 1,500 females, 300 males, and we just move them around like this for a little bit. That's just giving the nymphs a chance to go through the holes and drop into the tub below. In here you'll see some frass in the bottom. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, depending how long we leave it, and there's quite a lot of few nymphs. What we're going to do now, we're going to use this red container, and as you can see there's lots and lots of little holes drilled in it. This is going to sort out all the frass from the baby nymphs, so it's not going to let the nymphs through, or it may let the odd one, but it's not going to let the nymphs through, and it's going to let out all the frass. The only thing it doesn't let out is any shell and things like that. However, with it being adults, there's not much in here, but we have another method for getting rid of the shell at a later stage. So we'll just give this a bit of a tap. This tub will now be sterilised, and once it's sterilised, then we will reuse the tub. So we'll just give the tub a tap, and it just gets all poured directly into there. So we can get this one out of the way now, because there's nothing left in there. In here now you'll see all the frass and the baby nymphs, and it's just a case of giving it a little shake. And in here now we've got, take out any shell or any extra egg casings, all the baby nymphs there, so they can go into here. And there's the frass there. No nymphs in there, so we saved all our nymphs. The box has been cleaned, they've all been separated, one simple easy step. Okay, so like I said, we separated our nymphs. What we're going to do now is put all these adults into a new tub. So here's our new tub. As you see, it's set up like we showed you the other day, and it's literally a case now of picking this up straight over the tub and just pouring them in. Now you'll get the occasional one or two stuck in there, but it's just a case of sweep them down. And there you have it. Nice clean tub. Nice clean tub for the adults. They're all in there. And they've now got more room in there. And here guys, we've got one adult that's managed to get through, so we'll put him in. Here are all the baby nymphs, and as you can see there are literally hundreds, oh there's a female there, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of baby nymphs. This is from one of our tubs in a couple of weeks. As you can see, they're everywhere. So I'm just going to brush these off, and these are the type of you know, the type of volume of nymphs you could be producing, and in 6 months time all of these thousands of nymphs will all be adults. Okay, so what we're going to do for now, I'm just going to put a few egg crates into this one for the overnight. This one essentially is done. We'll just chuck a few of these into here now for these nymphs to climb onto, and they will then go into a rearing tub tomorrow. That'll give these nymphs a chance just to get up off the floor. They will have food and water put in them as well. So essentially guys, that's what those tubs are for. You've seen the job it does, and you can see we now have a spotless tub. All the roaches are nice and happy. They've got more room, and this way you can, you know, they can get in and out of the food and the gel and things like that. And you can even keep them keep even more in there, which we may do at a later stage.